Newnes up onto the plateau for a couple of nights. This is about the 11th trip up here in the last 18 months. Looking at tracking down a couple of new campsites. I was up here last Sunday, found a few in the forest, although it'd be nice to get out somewhere exposed on the cliff top somewhere. It's midweek. Most of my trips are midweek, so it's nice and quiet up here. Don't get much traffic during the midweek. You get a few workers on the main road, but not down in here, not down at the end of most of the fire trails and things. Okay, this is a map of the Newnes Plateau South Wolgan fire trails that a lovely lady named Vicky gave me a few years ago. I'll mark up some of the places we've been on the map. For reference, you've got Glowworm Tunnel Road, runs up through the centre to the north. Bungalbori is down in here. Blackfellas Hand Trail runs out that way. Number 5 fire trail, which goes down to Spanish Steps there. Sunnyside Ridge Road, this is all currently closed off weekdays. Sunnyside Ridge Road is closed off full time at the moment, out to Birds Rock. Really nice spot. I was out here last week opposite Birds Rock, and it looks nice. This big valley, the Carn Creek that runs up through the centre, is pretty spectacular. The sun in the afternoon, the sun comes up through the middle of the gorge there. We're currently down Waratah Ridge Road. We've taken this trail here, and we're about here. We can't really get any further than there. I was hoping to get down to the end. I was up at Ben's Lookout last week on Sunday. It's not a bad run out there. This road is a bit sketchy down the bottom here. We turn around, but at the moment we've come down to the end here. There's a nice little spot out just here. I was hoping to get down to the end here, but just ahead of us it's pretty sketchy down there. Just down that way it gets a bit ordinary, so we'll leave that for another time, maybe when it gets tidied up a little bit more. We've got a couple of campsites through the middle here we can stay at. Lost City for reference out the side here, but the main thing was to just explore this couple of days, is just to explore these fire trails through here and have a look at where we can where I might be able to set up a camp down that way. As I said, they're pretty exposed, and we're getting a lot of wind starting to come from the south here, so I might sneak into the bush up here somewhere for the night. Yeah, it's a long slow hill back up, probably half a k, and the ruts are just getting deeper and deeper, and We did a Simpson Desert crossing west to east about 5-6 weeks ago, and prior to going, putting all the gear together, our old barbecue plate that I'd made up quite a while ago, it was pretty cactus, so I tracked down an old cast iron plate and cut the centre of it out and welded a small piece of flat bar around the edges of it. Found an old bit of grate and tack welded a piece of 10mm square bar around the perimeter of it. That grate and the plate are the same dimensions, so that the legs are made up out of Rio with a washer on the bottom for sitting in the sand out in the desert. Just chuck the grate on, and then the plate can sit wherever we want, you know, over the side of the fire or up through the centre of the fire there, depending on how much heat you want. You finish cooking, take it off. You can throw your steak straight on the grate or chuck the kettle on. And we just found an old piece of cardboard box, so cut it up and just sits in an old cardboard box in the back of the truck. Good night's sleep. I put the fire out early because the wind had started to come up. I got the drone up for a short period of time yesterday afternoon, but because it's not my drone, it's my brother-in-law's, Gary. Thanks, mate, for the loan of the drone. Got it up for a short period of time, just within eyesight here, and did a quick swing around. There was a wedge-tail eagle turned up. Did 2 flybys out of curiosity, I guess, and I tried to track it down with the drone to film it, but didn't see it on the footage. My concern was Stefan Fisher from All Off Road 4x4 he actually had a wedge-tailed eagle impact his drone in the middle of nowhere at quite an altitude, and he lost his drone. However, it kept recording, and somehow he tracked it down. It was like a few hours later or the next day, and it recorded some beautiful footage as it went into limp mode after the impact across the countryside. He actually got the footage back, which appears in his video. Anyway, we'll have some breakfast and hit the trails again. Got a few trails within the gardens of Stone Conservation Area to check out. Maybe another campsite for a future trip, and we'll check them out and see how they go. I think we just collected a branch on a tree. Oh yeah. Better get rid of that tree. It's just hanging on the side of the car there. Takes the wedge in pretty good.